Welcome to the SAS video tutorial on turning a long format to a wide format in a file. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of a long video because I want to show you all of the steps involved here, so just hang in there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to read in a file that you can find in the repository below, but if you haven't, so you'll need to run and get the storesales1.xls file. I'm going to read this in using the wizard here because I haven't read in an Excel file using the wizard. Okay, I have this located on my desktop. It is, let's see here, where do we go? Oh, notice it didn't pick it up because it's an XLSX file. And a lot of people make this mistake. They think, oh, it should be there. And you look and you immediately go, oh, it's not there. Okay, so I've grabbed this file. We're opening it up. I'm going to call this, once it connects to it, I want to import the first sheet. So this is a little bit different here whenever you're dealing with the Excel files. Okay, I'm going to call this thing just sales. No point in typing lots of words. And I'll probably put 1 on it because I'm going to have to make multiple options for these later. And I could have this write the code for me, but right now I'm just going to hit finish so we can get on with this. All right, so I'm going to jump over here to our Explorer. And I'm going to look at sales 1, make sure it read in correctly, and it did. So I have a store, I have a day, and I have the sales for that day, and I think these are like in thousands of dollars. So you can keep that in mind when you're looking at this data. But if you look at it, this is a long format. 1 row corresponds to 1 value. Whereas a wide file would have, instead of just sales, it would have sales for Sunday, sales for Monday, sales for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I'd have multiple columns across here for each store. So instead of it being in a long format where each row is an observation, we're going to have a wide format where each row is an individual or subject. So that's a little bit different to think about, and it's really helpful if you're going to export this to SPSS or if you're going to be calculating differences between things. But right now we're just going to focus on making this file, this long file, into a wide file. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is a whole bunch of data steps. So the first thing I'm going to do is do data, and now I'm going to call it sales 1, and then I'm going to put SU for Sunday. Okay, and it's going to come from the set sales 1, and here I want to take the ones where you gotta remember the column names again, can't forget them. Day, D-A-Y, is equal to SU. Okay, so D-A-Y is equal to SU, and it has to be correct when it's inside of the parentheses or the quotations. The spelling and has to be correct, and so does the case. So if I wrote lowercase SU, I don't believe it would work. So what this is going to give me, this is going to give me a data set over here that should just have Sunday in it. So if I look at it, sure enough, it just has Sunday in it. There are no other days of the week, and I can see all of my store names here listed. Okay, so we're going to do this again. So since we have to do this 7 times, you might want to get really good at copy and paste. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it. And then I'm going to change this to M for Monday, and you have to make sure you're correct when you look at these. Make sure it's not an MO or something like that. So go back over to your sales 1, and Monday is just M. Okay, so then I am going to come down here and do paste again for Tuesday, and I noticed last time that it was TU for Tuesday, so I'm just going to replace this with TU, and then I'm going to come down and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to repeat this process until I have all the days of the week. So I have Wednesday. Just bear with me. I know my sultry voice is wonderful to listen to all the time, but we're getting through this. Thursday was TH. And let's see here, I need Friday, so I'm going to paste that in for Friday, and then Saturday I believe was SA, and now I'm going to run this, all of this, and I should get a data set for each day of the week. All right, so now I have these dates here. I do need to come back and actually change one thing in this, because in order to merge this correctly, you have to remember they all have the same name for the column heading, sales. So I actually need to change sales to the actual day of the week. Otherwise, when I make my column headings, we won't know what they are. So we need to go back and fix this up. But this is important for you to think about. That's why I purposely don't do this on the first pass through it, so you can actually think about what you need. And you can also see that this is a very iterative process. Sometimes you do something, then you realize you need to change things slightly. Okay, so here I am going to have my sales, and I'm going to change the name of the sales to something else. So how about Sunday equals sales? Okay, and then I'm going to drop sales. And we've had another video where we talk about these procedures like drop. And the reason I want to do this is I want to create a column that just says Sunday at the top. And we'll look at this here real quick. Notice I said this was going to be a long video, so you got to hang on here with me. So for Sunday, now it says Sunday at the top, so that later I can avoid having to work with that. I also probably want to drop day, right? Because that information isn't in this variable right here. So I can drop sales and day. So let's go here and just come down through here. And I'm going to paste these in, and then I'll come back and change them. So this was Monday. And I come down here to Tuesday. So paste that in again. So Tuesday. It's great that every day of the week ends with day, so I don't have to type the whole word again. Okay, this is Wednesday. Now let's see if I can spell Wednesday. Wednesday. Yes, that is correct, I believe. I never said English was my best topic, but anyway, let's see here. This is Thursday. And you should be ahead of me by now if you're following along here. Let's see, I did Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, coming down here. Wait a minute, I'm lost again. Friday, here we go. Here's where Friday is. Everybody loves Friday, so here it is. And Saturday. And this should give me what I'm looking for. So let's run this now and look at the data sets. Run this. And let's just look at Wednesday. So I have the store and the sales for Wednesday. Okay, now I need to put these together. Okay, so, and this is going to be the key here. So what I want to do is I want to make another data set, which is, I'm just going to call it sales wide. Why? Because I'm trying to make a wide file. Let's see, the set that we're going to use. Oh, there's a bunch of these. So I need to be a little bit careful here. So let's see, maybe I don't want to do set, but I want to do merge. So I want to merge sales 1 SU space sales 1 M sales 1 TU sales 1 W sales 1 TH sales 1. Let's see here, where are we up to? Oh yeah, Friday. Sales 1 Saturday, SA. And let's see if this works for us. Take this and run it, and we get sales wide. And sure enough, what does it do? It merged on the store for us automatically. Now, in order for this to really work, and you have to be careful here, is you really should sort your data before you try to merge these things together, because it'll just slap them together. And sorting is a very important thing to be able to do in SAS before you do any sort of merge. And several procedures you really need to sort before you work with them. But right now, we're not too interested in that. We'll talk about that later. So here I have my stores, I have the days of the week, and now I have a wide file that I could export for SPSS, for example. Or, for example, what if I wanted to know the differences between the weekdays and the weekends? So I can calculate, just by adding the columns together, or I could try to do it some other way, but this is pretty easy in this format. So sometimes a wide format is more advantageous than a long format. You just have to know which one you want at which time, and that's up for you to figure out how to do. All right, so we've made it through this long video. It looks like it's ran almost 10 minutes now, so we can move on to the next video.